Alrighty then. Let's see here. Do I got this in the way? Nope. Okay. There we go. Hello, everybody out there in the world of the world. So today we're gonna do some painting. We're gonna work on this Citadel of Ski. Oh, I mean, sorry. It's a WarScryer Citadel, which is basically the Citadel of Ski. I think I'm gonna paint it that way. But we got this big old piece, and I'm only gonna be on for about an hour and a half. So I'm just trying to get some paint on, talk to you, answer questions. You know, do the regular. But we got this big piece right here. Put it together today. Got some prime on it. So there's one piece. Then you've got the this goes up on top of the like a tower, right? So you got this piece we got to paint, and then we've got the like observatory thingy here, which sits on top, just like this. So then we've got a bridge that connects to the Citadel, and then some other little spots here and there I need to do as well. Yeah, we're gonna work on that. I think I'm going to start. Let's see here. We could start with the observatory, maybe. What color do I want to paint this? Do I want to paint it dark and then do some metallics and then wear it down? Do I want to? I don't know. Had an idea, and then my idea kind of went poof, right? Let's see here. We've got that. I don't know. Where to start? We could start here. Oh, that came off. I'm gonna have to add more glue to that. Where is my glue? Glue. Right there. There's my glue. Get some glue on this sucker. Put some glue on here. So it sticks. Some plastic glue, since this is a plastic model. As long as I can line up the pieces. There we go. The lens popped off, which is alright. I know I've been like jumping around projects lately, but I have like school stuff I need to get done, and the book's pretty much done. I just gotta take some pictures and submit it, and then I gotta do a art project on a book, so we're gonna work on that too. But yeah, let's see here. All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna do. Let's get some paint on the observatory here. Dang it, came off again. This plastic glue is not working well for me today. Let that dry and we'll hit the building. So we're gonna paint. What's a good base color I want to start with? We got blues, dark blues. We have a blue black. We do have a blue black. Where did I put it? Blue black. Where is my blue black? It's in here somewhere. There we go. We'll do some blue black. Start as a base. Pro Krill. Blue in the new bottle. It's amazing. Blue black. Get some paint on this sucker. Till later on, I'm only doing about an hour, maybe hour and a half stream. Need to make it down to our distillery that I volunteer at once in a while to help do some hand sanitizer that we'll be donating. That they've been doing since the COVID has become more of an issue because of hand sanitizer, right? So they've been doing a lot of donating for that. So we're gonna do. So I've been helping fill bottles basically. Let's see. I need a different brush. Do I have one? I don't. Okay. So we'll just use what we got. So we're gonna go with a. Do I have? Let's go. Let's use a number 3 Baumwick deck cord. So I put some water on my brush. Got some blue black. Zoom in a little bit here. Then I'll move this. Move this out of the way. Put this there. There we go. I guess we got this observatory thingamabobber, right? So there's a lot of like metal studs and whatnot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to base this black blue in the inside, because I'm going to maybe darken it with gray or lighten up with gray or something just as a base. Maybe just make it bright for me. But I think the metal part, I'm going to do a bronze gold type, uh, and then I'm going to weather it with oxidization and some stuff. I'm really good with the metallics and like weathering. So we're going to paint some of this dark blue black on here. So blue, black. Hopefully everybody's week has been going good. Mine's been not too bad. Not a bad week at all. So I'll get some blue on there. Either between homeschooling your kids or being a kid being homeschooled that's watching, or whatever the case may be. Hopefully it's going really well. Comparatively with how the situation is in the world, obviously. Now, if I had an airbrush, I would just airbrush this real quick just to get this base coat on. A little water in my brush, just a hair. And I'm not worried. I'll get my spot here. I'm not worried about getting paints on what I'm going to do metallic, because the metallic will cover that up. And it's not bad for a base coat. Some paint underneath it to stick underneath. Which is not too bad. There's some dents in this too, if you see, and it's hard to see, but there's like a dent right there. There's a dent, so we'll have some good texture for weathering for that as well. And the black's going to show through the blue because I'm just doing a nice thin coat for right now. So you'll see it on stream. And once I get better lighting, it'll look a lot different as well. Just to let you know that. So, it's going good here. The weather's nice. No storms. Hot outside. I was gonna go do yard work today, but I decided not to. Like I did it yesterday. Did the backyard. So, still got to do the front yard. But figure get some painting in. I missed out yesterday. We had a lot of stuff going on yesterday, trying to organize, finalize some things for War Games Con in July in Austin. And then we got caught up playing a couple games online last night. Me and one of my sponsors / supporters. And so I was building this last night. And then getting it primed today to put some paint on it. But yeah. How's the weather where you're at, huh? Some of this black blue on there. I like this color, this new color, black blue. I really like it. Nice, good color. Put some of this on here. Do it as a base right now. All I'm doing is painting the panels that are not with this outside fixtures of like metal. So I'm just trying to throw some paint on here real quick. missing nothing. There we go. There's some blue there, blue there, blue there, blue there. Alright, so let's start this side. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, ba-dum. There we go. Some nice blue. Getting that blue on there. And of course, it looks brighter on the camera because of between the light and the camera itself. So just forewarn you, it's not that bright. It's darker. But yeah, got to help out a friend of mine. He runs a channel called Venomous Wargaming. Got to help him and his wife out with some models. His wife's starting a Trogoth troll style army, so she wanted some stuff, started. So I had some stuff that I wasn't using. Got it to him today. So his wife's gonna start playing and recording videos with him, which is really good. If you want to watch some of the videos or whatnot, if you're able to, it's the big blue snake in my Twitch panel. If you scroll down. Also, if you're new here, my name's Ski / Chris / whatever you want to call me. Just a veteran that is painting and streaming, and we're gonna have other people like. There'll be more to this besides painting. I'm gonna have people on here to talk about, maybe do some interviews. Maybe down the road do some nice painting tutorials. Just to get some little differentiate things going on here. I'm gonna end up building and painting a full silver tower set on here for a family member of mine, so they can enjoy tabletop wargaming, and not have to worry about spending a dime, or having to worry about it being painted, because I'll do all that for them. Yeah, so it's starting to. It's gonna look good. What else we got going on? Hopefully soon the restriction of the whole can't go anywhere per se, shouldn't go anywhere I should say, so you don't get sick from the corona. But hopefully that gets taken care of here sooner than later, and then we can get some more gaming going on, tabletop gaming. I have a camcorder, a handheld camcorder, and I've got the one that I'm recording with I'm not recording with that, I'm streaming with, and so I'll be able to go out and record some stuff and get it on a YouTube channel and whatnot. We are also looking at, me and one of the guys are looking at doing, there's the Shadespire, Underworld Shadespire that came out on PC, fully released last couple of days, I think, on Steam. We were messing with that last night too, and we're looking at running some online tournaments with that through a couple programs and stuff. Maybe do some casting, so we can see how that goes. Let's see. So I got the blue on there. The whole dome. The blue is on the dome. The dome. Gaming. Yeah. Probably do some gaming as well. World of Tanks, of course, is one I play a lot of, but Shadespire Underworlds online is not too bad. I'm messing with that a little bit. Getting used to the interfaces is one thing. But hey, it is what it is, right? What we're painting here is the Citadel of Ski. That's what I'm going to call this. That's it. Citadel of Ski. That's what I'm painting. Even though it's the WarScryer Citadel, it's going to be the Citadel of Ski. When I get done, that's what it's going to be. Let's do this. There's my color palette. So, how's it going there, man? Galax. I can never say it. I'll call you Galaxus. Galliux. I'm just having a bad day talking today. Trying to pronounce things today. I got Brianna, I got Angel, I got Gal's one of my my sponsors slash sponsor, promoter, maybe whatever you want to call it. He's supported getting help. He donated a bunch to help me get to where I'm at as well. So I wanted to do a shout out to him. Great individual. I'm glad I have some people to help support, that have supported me to get to where I'm at, to do what I'm doing. So we will get farther in life, you know. Alright, so I got the blues on there. Let's see, how does that look? Oh, I gotta do the top part now real quick. You're okay. Like your real name or your pseudo identity superhero name, or your, you know, Clark Kent versus Superman name, like, you know, we all have names. There's probably names people call me all the time, you know. Let's see, finish this blue off in the squares. Yeah, so this is a blue-black from, again, it's a little bit brighter because of the lighting and the stream. It's actually a little bit, think about like 2 shades darker than what it's showing. Once I get finished painting this real quick, I'll hold up the bottle. This came out of their last set from Monument Hobby, Creature Caster Monument Hobby. Blue black. It's great. It's a nice dark blue. Let's see here. So I'll show it on camera. So there we go. How's that? Blue black. 22 milliliter twisty bottles. So one cool thing about their paints too, if you didn't know, do I have one? I don't know if I have one. Let me see. I haven't used that. Have I used this one? Let's see. Okay. Well, so when you get their bottles, they have a cap that's sealing the paints itself too. So you have to pull the cap off and then put this back on. And then it's twisty tops. See? So great bottles. Great bottles. Clean my brush real quick. Let that blue dry. All right, so now we're gonna add. I did that for just a base coat for right now. Now we're gonna do the metals just to get a base coat on the metals. I'm going to use the. I want to do bronze or copper. I don't know. Choices. Let's see here. Let's put that right there. Look at the 2 bronze. Oh man, I need to do some like darker. We can do copper and then do bronze over top of the copper. Shake it up. Let's see, some people message me just in case. Oh, there we go. Hold on here real quick. Pull this up on my phone. But yeah, been cleaning up my room a little bit too, reorganizing. I need to get a couple small half shelves to put some models on. But to get some more art in this room, I think I'm gonna get another camera, maybe 2 webcams, and put one on my futon. So my puppies, you can see all the puppies playing around. Like I got PETA and Princess and Augie in here right now. That way we'll have a dog camera. You know, some people do their kitties and cats. I'll do my puppies. Shake, 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 shake. Awesome. But if you're new here, please hit the follow button and help support. I'm at 34 followers. I need to get to 50. And and then I'm trying to get to affiliate as not as quick as possible, but hopefully the next 30 days. That way, it's one hump I don't have to worry about. So it's that way it's and get to that first achievement. Like that's the big thing is this achievement. But yeah, so I built it, I primed it. Now I'm gonna paint it. What I'm doing right now is just base coats. Okay, so so there's different levels of painting. You got your base coats, you've got shades, you got highlights, you've got wet blending, dry brushing, layer painting, stippling. There's a lot of different methods. So right now, all I'm doing is getting a base coat on everything, and it'd be like a level 2, maybe a level 1 type. So I can have it sit on the shelf and there's paint on it, and then we can go back and throw details on it and go even deeper into the process. Add some more water. Plus, once you get your base colors on there, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, like I have a plan. Usually I don't have a plan, I just paint. And I'll throw colors on there and just do what I need to do. But this will be, sometimes your plans would change in midstream of painting something. Like you'll see the color and you're like, oh my god, that's, okay, I want to try something. So like right now, this is a copper. Let's see here. Copper. See? Copper. So, and it's really shiny, really, really, really shiny. So what I'm going to do is get the copper on here on everything. And then I'm not going to keep it that bright. It's going to be so much darker. And I'm going to weather it. And when I get to that point, you're going to love it because the process behind it is really fun and really dirty. So like right now I'm just doing a base coat of copper. Oh, it's awesome. I can actually do the whole process and show you, everything that I do when I'm painting. So we're just doing some copper on here. I'm not too worried about if the black shows through from the primer. I'm not worried about that because that just will add some minor detail to it once I get the other colors and weather it and everything else on it. And I figure I'll paint something bigger so everybody can actually see it compared to me like zooming in and out all the time. And this has been sitting up on my shelf for a while. See how shiny that is? Just that little bit of paint. Because that's what metal does. Metallics do. So eventually I'll learn how to paint non-metallics and make this shine without using metallic paint like coppers and all that, right? That is the goal. Personal goal, really. Let's see here. like all the studs and stuff in here too, we will go back and highlight as well. And those we'll get them to pop as well. Make sure I'm painting on some stream. There we go. And I'm still getting used to painting with a camera over top of me. So if I'm ever off, I try to look at the screen so you can at least see it. So yeah, just little by little. And so I'm taking a little bit more time on the bronze or on the copper right now, so I don't make a super mess. But I don't mind going back, and I can go back in and touch up all these areas if I get paint inside the blue. That's why I did the blue first, so I can at least see it. And it's not on the black. There we go. It's practice. I mean, there's some people out in the world that are such better, or not say better artists. They have their techniques are so much better compared to mine. I'm still learning. I've been doing it for a while, but again, it takes a lot of time. And even then, I learn new things from different artists and how to do different things. So it just takes practice. Just like going to school or doing math or doing driving a car or playing sports. All takes practice. That's all it comes down to. Especially if it's too hard. Usually putting a little bit more effort behind it will make it easier. Usually, not all the time. But usually the hard things in the end are the best things after you've worked at it for a while. So right now I'm just getting some base colors on. Get that bright copper. Look at that. So bright. It's going to be great. So let's continue around the optical. And there might be some flash or cleanup that I missed. Like right now there's a piece right here. There's a line right into there that I could scrape off. So like I said, I'll be on here for about another half hour. Like 7:30, I'll probably be calling it around 7:30 just because I got other things to do, and I will not touch this. I'm going to be making certain days, certain painting streams or projects. So I'm just go through it little by little and get it completed. I'm just doing the inside real quick. Of course, I've got some friends that will recommend me doing certain things a certain way or test it out, and I will probably try everything my friends might see from the outside looking in, where I'm looking in, looking out. So that's why I have some good people out there to help me out with this when I need it, or good suggestions or whatnot, right? Back this out just a hair. There we go. But this will be a project that we will do. I will do this castle, this citadel, the whole thing on stream. I mean, besides painting it or priming it and building it, which I didn't do on stream because those are kind of boring. But we'll paint this the whole thing on stream. Techniques that I know. I might not be perfect at it, but we will attempt certain things, and that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, storms. We had some storms bypass us. Just be safe over there, guys. So yeah, a little about me. I'm a retired military veteran, Purple Heart recipient. Was in the Army. I used to do this hobby way before then. So when I was growing up, I had a friend. At the time, he was just an owner, and I was just a kid. I used to own a hobby store, or work at a hobby store, matter of fact. And then he ended up acquiring the hobby store, and then he started running it. And then him and a buddy, yeah, let's see here, you can't hear me, let's see. Well, I have it, you might have to reset. I have it, you know, I have it pretty loud. Hopefully everybody else can hear me. But he and a friend got me into the hobby of Warhammer 40K. And I started painting, what was it? Started painting stormtroopers and tanks back in the day when like a, what was it? A Chimera was like 20 something bucks, I think it was. I think the Land Raiders were like $32 back in the day, right? But I painted a bunch of tanks not knowing how to play the game or nothing. The Catachan Jungle Fighters was my favorite. They all look like Rambos. And then I started doing Space Wolves, and then started doing a bunch of stuff, right? And learned just painting. Like, my painting was horrific. But I used to build a lot of jets, too. Back in the day, model planes, because I lived, you know, right outside of a military aviation base. So then I did that for a while, and then moved around, went to Army, or I went welding. I did some welding. Then we did that for a while, and then joined the military. Travel the world. See the world, they said. And I did. Deployed to Afghanistan, looking for bombs. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. But yeah, we are retired here, and now I'm just painting on stream. So like right now we are just doing base coats. Not really too worried about making a mess. because I'll go back and do that, clean up after. Gotcha. Wi-Fi, huh? The Wi-Fi slows down. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? My graphical designer just shows up today. Gets on gets on uh gets on my Twitch to help support. Thank you so much, Mr. Graphical Artist, Designer, Multimedia Master of Art. And he is the community leader in Austin, Texas. Yeah, I'll be on for about another half hour, bud. So, I'm gonna go work on getting some hand sanitizer done for uh, my wife's work, and then the VA in Richmond needs some, and so I'm gonna go get some of that too to help them out. I'd figure we would paint some bigger stuff so people can see it, and like I said, will still be a weekly project. What I'll probably do though during the week, hopefully, will be the goal. Will be like, okay, so I did the blue, we're doing the copper, and there's some mess spots, so I can clean that up, and maybe get the copper done on this whole thing by next stream. So then it's done, and then we can move on to the next process. But we will see how that goes. Line painted, and then eventually, once I make it big in the streaming world, which will probably never ever happen, which is okay. I'm not worried about that. But once maybe I get to affiliate, get some donations, maybe invest into some kits, some small model kits, and maybe get some sponsorships, and then let's do a paint thing together. I need to work on a server or some type of thing so people can put their work, painting work, whatever. I don't care, any kind of work, not on the server, so we can see what people have been working on. Yeah, the metallics are amazing, this is just copper, which I'm not even keeping it this bright, Jeff. This is going to get weathered down, but I'm working on the Citadel ski right now. That is what I am working on. So right now the base of this is black blue for Monument Hobbies, and then the copper is of course from Monument Hobbies as well. But yeah, let me just look at that. So this is gonna sit. Here's the tower. Here's this. Zoom out. So that's just with the light over top of it. That's how bright that is. Right, and my light source is coming down from like right here. So let's see here. So it's like coming down from on this side. So I need to get more light to even out everything. Yeah, just let me know before you guys get into it. Please ask questions before you're spending your money. There's a lot of stuff out there that people will try to have you buy, right? Which is not needed. If you want to get into painting, let me know and we can work something out. So my wife just showed up from work. Hello.
How are you?
Not bad.
Good. You're already on?
Yeah, but yeah. So we can go to MKT to help them out with hand sanitizer.
Perfect.
So I wanted to get on early because Angel was so excited to come see me paint. So I made sure I got things built and primed, and we're gonna do this one by one. So this is the WarScryer Citadel my wife bought me, basically, because it was limited at the time. But this has now been renamed to the Citadel Ski, because I am the Citadel Ski.
Perfect.
So we're gonna paint this up every stream, and then one day a week we're gonna work on this. Like I said, I might just get all the copper done during the week, and then the next time we get on here, we'll work on the next step of what you would do. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. And that's how it will look on top of a castle, and it'll be all and that bright copper. I'm not keeping it. So, but yeah. So yeah, it's already on. So, yeah, this right here, +4 at a time. So yeah. Glad you're home. Thank you. Sorry guys. At least you had a happy wife is a happy life.
That's right.
So
good advice for everyone.
Yes. Unconventional streaming, right? Unconventional. But all the guys that are out there probably married that are watching, they understand. The wife is or happy mom is a happy day. So you always got to make sure you're the one in charge is in a good mood and happy, and you're doing the right thing and making it easy on life. Right? Fin a little bit. Plus, if you guys have any questions in chat, like I said, I am not a pro painter. I am not some amazing guy that's knows everything in the world. I'm just a guy that paints and understands techniques. Doesn't mean I can pull them all off all the time. Just a disclaimer. But if you have any questions or any whatever, I don't even any kind of questions, I'll try to answer them as best I can. And anybody that's watching that's into the hobby or looking at going into Austin for Wargamers Con in July to attend the Smash and Bash GT or on Friday we are doing a paint competition. The package should be out very, very, very soon for that, so you can start working on your entry fees or your entries pieces. I cannot help you with any of that though, because that would be like a biased opinion. So just to give you a heads up on that. Did some reading today on Slaves to Darkness. It's one of the armies in Age of Sigmar. And I did some reading on Archon himself and his mount that he rides, and all that good stuff just about him in general. And I think he's lucky with a lot of aspects, but I love how he has all these artifacts. He's got six major powerful artifacts that he's found or whatnot, and one of them is his mount. He is what's going on, Tanyaski? Yeah. His mount is actually the 6th artifact that was trapped, and he used other artifacts to conquer him and to beat him into submission. So now without that, he wouldn't be as nasty as is today. His armor, his little eye that he uses to somewhat give him foresight. His sword is a freaking soul-sucking sword, basically. It's just so he has to have all these little items to make him worthy. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Whereas Gortrek, the dwarf of the dwarfs, just saying, he doesn't have all this magical stuff to make him powerful. He's just who he is, right? Doesn't make I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not being biased. I'm just saying it's just weird to see some of these stories and read some of these things where a lot of characters rely on artifacts or some kind of spell or some kind of ritual that they have to complete to be as powerful as they are. Whereas, and to me, so Gortrek is not a god. And I have some detail on him. He is not a god. Grimnar wanted him to be a god. And Gortrek's screw you kind of thing, right? So he is not a god. L for the L god. Yeah, right? L for the L god. But he's an amazing character where he has been trying to fight and do all these battles, and he's He's fought some of the craziest things in the world, and he's just keeps winning, right? But it's just crazy to see, though. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to be biased. It's just, Archeon, he has the gods, the 4 gods that back him up. Well, okay, it's 3. Slanesh doesn't really back him up because Slanesh has kind of been gone during the Age of Sigmar times. Plus, so you take the gods, then you take artifacts, and you put them together, and yeah, you're going to be powerful. One way or another, you're going to be powerful. Not, and it's inevitable, right? But then you take, like, we'll use Gortrex, but we'll use, let's see here. What's another good example of a character? Let's see. Okay, let's look at Gordrak. Oryx, right? The Mega Boss. So he, only artifact, he's got 2 artifacts, right? But he only has, one of the artifacts he's gotten is from a Stormbolt recently, and it's just some weird big-ass skull, right? But he's just the Orc of the Orcs. He's got a Maw Crusher. Okay, cool, right? But what's his, like, besides him being an orc, he doesn't really have anything special that makes him that. He's just the most powerful orc, right? The copper looks awesome as it reflects from the gold to the red with the light. I'm on Amon's phone. It's only one working. Oh, not a problem. That's all good. Yeah, look at that. So we'll just, how shiny that is. Yeah. And again, it won't be that shiny when we get done. So. And I'm working on music. I think I'm going to try to, on my PayPal or something, get a Spotify account so we can run Spotify music as I paint. The hard thing about painting stuff is the repetitiveness. There's a lot of repetitiveness, a lot of detail work, a lot of patience. Patience is key. Focus is key. I have really bad focus problems because of injury, so I'm still trying to work on that too. And I'm very hard on my paintbrushes. That's another issue I have. Is I'm really like in between light and heavy-handed. It's really hard to explain depending on what I'm working on. Depends how hard I am on my brushes. So. Well, she just got to let me know then. She can send me some. We can have that discussion on the phone or something. So, but that's cool. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Now, something cool I was thinking about doing is some Monument Hobby. I have their metallic medium. And I can add any color I wish and make it a metallic. So, it's going to be great. Like, I think I'm going to do, so at Slaves of Darkness box, I have to get with my artistic designer guy here. That's he's the chaos of all chaoses. And bounce some ideas off of him. Because I have one Slaves of Darkness guy I'm painting, but I have some ideas for the whole box. When I paint it, but I'm thinking about making my own metallic colors. So you need paint, huh, Brian? Like, I've got a whole shelf. Do you want the whole shelf I have? I've got a whole, like, what is it? Is that Oh, that's all the GW paints. I have all the paints sitting right there. I've got some. What else? I got a lot of paints sitting there, man. Do you need them? And so also for until I get to the affiliate status on Twitch, I'm only going to be doing about an hour to an hour and a half streams to get my average viewership up. Hopefully, I need 16 more followers. So if people have friends or family that convince them to follow me, that would be great. No pressure at all. But yeah, just so I can get hit that achievement. Then I can have my artistic designer make me some emojis. And then we have to unlock them as we go, though. That's the thing with those emojis too. As a community, we have to work hard to unlock more and more and more. And then once you become a subscriber or I think it's a subscriber, you get access to some of them. I think I can make some for free for certain individuals, but yeah. You want to try your Procure. Oh, okay. Well, one of these days when I am allowed to come over and we get permission, right? We have to have permission to do things and make sure I wear my mask from coming from point A to point B. But when I get permission to come over and say hello and hang out for a little while or do whatever, right? Then I will bring the go bag, which I'll show off here toward the end, and the paints over. And yeah, I'll let you. So disclaimer too. Okay, I gotta talk about this because I've been getting told this a lot. Even though I told people, the Procure paints, you have to relearn how to paint, and it's not a bad thing. The way you apply it, the way you work it, because it goes where you want it, and you don't need much of it. And having good brushes helps. Like, there's just so much about these that have changed everything about painting. And so you got to basically relearn how to paint. Just because the way the paint is. Between the pigments, the way it moves, all that, right? So oh, so as a pay, I gotta tell you a story. So I'm sitting there watching Mr. Jason Craze with his Monument Hobby, Monument Slow Fuse Twitch channel, right? Beginning today, we're talking, and I told him, hey, I need to be a Mary Kay consultant for Monument Hobby, and he just starts going off. He's like, well, I'm not gonna let you drive a pink Cadillac, and then we start going on this down deep hole of doing that. So he made a donation tracker of 20 million or $1 billion donation tracker, right? And he says, if we hit that goal, all of his followers, as long as you apply to an email, he will buy you a real Chevette Chevrolet Chevette instead of, and I was like, and it's gonna be mahogany color. And so, I did do a little bit. I did put a donation up, in the tracker, gifted a sub to somebody, and just. I'm the one that started it, so I had to at least support it. In case he does hit that mark, then I get a Chevette. Great, right? I think they only cost like $5 or $6 grand after I looked them up, so it's funny. So yeah, it was just funny, and I mean, and people were donating. I think he was up to like maybe $100 already, just from that time alone. And then, he's Therapy Thursday, so he's painting and doing things. But it was just funny how it snowballed. The first like hour, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes maybe of his stream was about finding a way to legally do the whole Chevette thing, and just the whole process was funny, you know. But we got everybody on it. Like everybody was on this thing about the Chevette. So let's see here. I was thinking about just buying the paints that are available. So the actual transparency paint should be back in stock. I think he said next week or this weekend. Because I think they just slowly opened the UK store back up for their production. Not production, but for their retail. Their warehouse, so people can start getting stuff. But it's a slow process because the mail is still the problem. You know. So I'll just keep my eyes open and my ears closed. And just let me know. Send me a message on what you're looking at, and we can go from there. And I'm not a big fan of shiny, clean things. So just to let you know. Or the transparent paint. Is that the version of it? Okay, so that's a good question. Let me finish painting this and I'll show you. So I'll talk about first. So they're transparent paint. Think of, I don't know if you remember the old inks back in the day. But they're a version of an ink. But if you add water to it, you can get them to wash. But they are opaque, transparent colors that you can you push them around like paint. Like you actually have control of where it goes, and then the more layers you put on it, the darker that color gets. Give me a second. Let me finish this up, and I'll show you. So put that up right there for right now. Let me do this. Clean my brush off real quick. Let's see here. Grab a transparent color. Let's do what we'll do. Let's see here. Let me find the good colors that he always uses to show off would be. So here's a transparent yellow. Let's do the sienna. So we're gonna paint my fingernails like we do. He does this, and I'm actually a big fan now because the fact it does help show you paints and what they do. So I'm actually gonna one of their new colors that they just came out with. It's let me see here. Let me get the camera right here. Burnt sienna. See that? So let me put this down. It's a nice red brown. Ooh, a very nice red brown. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit. Let's see. Let's go with. Do my middle finger right, and this is just their paint. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more, see if it'll focus. I don't know if it will, but we will attempt it. I don't know how it looks. It's still blurry. And it's trying to focus a little too close, so let's go out just a hair. There we go. So you can already see just by the paint. It's all water-based paint, by the way, but it has a lot of pigment, so it's really good paint. So let's just do this real quick. And if my significant other is watching, no, I will not paint her fingernails. Maybe when I get an airbrush, I'll airbrush her fingernails. Or if you want to paint me. So there we go. So I'll let that dry for a second. Nice dark red. Well, it's a light red, but it's a dark red. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very good orangish red. Just doing it as a base color. Got about 10 more minutes. Alright, so let that dry real quick. I'm gonna grab my palette. Let's see here. All right, so I have a clean palette, somewhat clean, right? I have a whole bag of colors to finish the rest of those fingers. So do I. It's called a go bag. Huh? which I want to get a second one. I think it's gonna be great. Oh no, here we go. Already started something. Oh, some days. All right, so this is transparent yellow. I'm gonna show you transparent yellow. That's how yellow it looks. Okay, so that you can see how much I've used. So what we're gonna do, I'm going to pour it in a spot. So there we go. There's a couple drips, right? So I'm going to show you first, right here, with no water. Just going to move it around. So you can already see, you can still see that the stuff, the greens and the blacks behind it, right? So that's how, and it still keeps the yellow. So it's still going to be yellow, right? So if I add some water, you can thin this down a lot. And you could make it a wash. But the paint's going to go where you put it. So I'm going to add some water to my brush. I'm going to grab and pull this out. So what you do is you pull it out. And you can thin it down. So then I got some out here. And you just keep pushing it out to thin it as much as you want. Alright. So I'm going to get my fingernail over here, right? So you can already see I put a dot on there. So we're just going to gently pull it. So you should try to always pull your paints in the same direction. Just trying to show you the consistency of this yellow, right? Yes, there are lines, just because I haven't, it might dry a little bit like that, but you can always clean up the lines a little bit, right? And there we go. So there is a yellow. It's hard with the light, but the yellow has changed the color of that orange. You can see some spots of yellow in there. Look at that. But you still get that back color. So, transparent. But then if I go, okay, I want it darker, all I have to do is add more yellow. That's all I have to do. And you just build it up. You build it like how you would layer paint. Same thing. And the cool thing about water acrylic paints, right? You add water to it, and you can break it up as long as it hasn't dried all the way. So yeah, that's all transparent is. It's just basically, it's an actual paint that you can use to actually have it on top of a color and have it as a blending technique. But you can use it as an ink, you can use it as a wash, you can use it as a paint itself, because it's all, let's do this. It's movable, just like a regular paint. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, you have control of this, not like a wash. A wash just goes blah, 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 right, all over the place. Ink, blah, glazes, blah, you have no control really. This stuff you do. Let's do this finger. Just yellow. So there it is. Like, that's, So yeah, there you go. You got sienna red with some yellow in it. You got yellow. So yeah, you got my paint palette thumb. Like, there you go, right? All right, so good thing. I'm glad you guys are asking questions. I can show you some stuff. So for today, we got this, the blue started on the Citadel ski. We got the copper started on the top cupola. It's an observation tower, basically what it's supposed to be. And so I'll finish up coppering, doing the rest of the copper where it needs to go. The spikes down here, I don't think I'm going to do copper. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do these spikes. And then there's it's almost like they're gears almost, in some aspects. No, those are spikes. There's a ring around it right here that will do copper. I don't know about the spikes. And then we've got some finishing to do up here. But that sits like that. Okay, so next, before we go, let me close some of these bottles real quick. We got it's 5 viewers. This is awesome. I appreciate you guys sticking around. I'm gonna show you the go bag. I think it's amazing. Like I said, I want to get another one. I need to get some more foam for it though. Well, if I get a second one, then I can use the other foam for the other paints, and then I can put my compressor and airbrush stuff in it. So the camera's hard to see. So this is the foam it comes with in the first layer of the bag. These are all the paints except for the couple that I'm missing that are out here. And then there's probably about another 10 to 12 more paints that I need foam for, just like this, to put in this bag. But that is the foam. That's how the paints sit. Old paints, small bottles. New paints, fatter bottles. More paint, better paint, and they still fit inside there. So there you go. So there's that. Then you've got the bottom foam is a pluck foam. So I would use this for my air compressor. When I get the other one, I cut this out, put the compressor in here, and get the other one sticking on top of it, cut it out, and then it sits right inside this bag. Then you've got the go bag itself. Wish I could zoom out farther. I just can't because I have the camera a little bit too close. I might have to figure out how to make it higher. But so there is the, let me see here. So there is the icon. Let's go this way, right? So Monument Hobby with the Creature Caster logo. Place to put my name. These are Velcro that they sell. I bought them to help support them. Jen with her brush scoop. That's her. This is Jason, the slow fused snail, and this is their love bomb. That's awesome. So you got a little handle right here as well. Then you open this up. Tweezers fell out. So you have a deep pocket. It's hard to see. So we'll go this way. So this pocket sits up on top. And then you have this zip pocket, right? So something going there. All your airbrush stuff can go up here. Then on the other side, you have another pocket. Anything here? I have nothing there. And then you have these little things that you can put like stuff in. So I have like tweezers in here. And then, when it's all said and done, close it all up. You can you have a strap that you can use, go around your shoulder, right? Little book strap. Or you can carry it right here. So you'd carry it and it would be facing like that. So either way, it's a great bag. Amazing. I used to have the old, still have it, but I have the old Citadel to-go box, and things just went everywhere. Great idea. It was functional. This, on the other hand, is optimal. Better thought process behind it, because everybody used to use the old hard cases with the cutouts for your miniatures, and they would put their paints in that, and so you'd have another case to carry awkwardly. Whereas this, I could just put this on me, put it in my suitcase, carry it on the plane, whatever the case is, and my paints are still going to be great. So there's a color missing. There's copper, there is bronze, sienna. Put that in my thing. So there it is. Boom. So excellent, man. 7:30 on the dot. So I want to say thank you everybody out there that has been hanging out with me. I'm still working on scenes and art and stuff for the channel. Down on my panel. Okay, so first, if you're new here, please follow or have your friends get on and follow me, please. They can turn off the notifications if they don't want to actually watch or they don't want to get annoyed by it, that's fine. Down below is my Instagram feed. I have a donation button. I have a wish list of stuff on Amazon I'm looking at wanting. Venice Wargame, I have a link for his YouTube. He's a local Cody. He's a great guy. Him and his wife. His wife just started playing. She's going to do trolls, so I end up getting them some good trolls for a very good price. Very, very good price because I want to help support that as well because they're really good people. And then there's the Texas Masters tab too. That we have the circuit going around in Texas for Age of Sigmar, the Master Circuit. And then, of course, the big bad Weird Knobs, Awesome Weird Knobs. There's the link, the image. If you just click on the image, goes to their website. We are working on. There'll be a bunch of links on there. There's some articles on there. We're working on making that page amazing as well. But thanks for everything, for my sponsors, for my supporters, for people that are watching. Just stay updated. I know I have my schedule down there below. It's like Monday, Wednesday, and Sundays. Trying to get on as much as possible lately, just to get in and paint for an hour or so and try to get going. But wouldn't be here. I got a lot of support doing this, so I want to at least keep doing it. And it keeps me sane too, right? And wish the best for everybody. Hopefully everybody has a great rest of the week. Have a good weekend. Look for me on Sunday. I might pop on Saturday. I got to do this art project still. So I might get that out of the way. Maybe I might jump on tomorrow. So look for me maybe tomorrow for about hour and a half. So other than that, thank you guys so much for everything. And we will talk with you later. Let me get over here. Let me switch scenes. It's going to be my start stream, but I'm just going to use it for right now.